Welcome back, guys. Another Brokowskis YouTube video. Today we got 4 players with terrible matchups, terrible situations. We may consider benching them if you have a good viable backup. Before we get into it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We're going to try for 100 likes. That would be awesome.
The first player that we would consider benching is Michael Carter. Michael Carter this year has been looked pretty good recently. But the problem is the Jets are going through a quarterback change. They're getting rid of Mike White. They're putting in Joe Flacco, and this hurts Michael Carter value a ton. Their matchup this week against the Dolphins, and everyone thinks the Dolphins is a bad defense. But at the beginning of the year, they were 30th against running backs, but now they're all the way up to 13th. Their defense has massively improved. If you look at the past couple weeks, they versus the Baltimore Ravens, great defense performance. Houston was a good defense performance. They even played well against the Bills. And also, if you look at the running back situation, Ty Johnson on the Jets is actually getting more targets than Michael Carter is. In the last 2 weeks, Ty Johnson has gotten 11 targets, and Michael Carter has only gotten 8. We expect the Jets not to be amazing with Joe Flacco. Mike White, when he was starting, threw 40% of his passes to running backs. Joe Flacco last season only threw around 20%, so Michael Carter's reception should go down. Also, if this is a low-scoring game or the Jets can't get in the end zone, Michael Carter will not have a great fantasy performance for your team.
Our next player we would consider benching this week is Terry McLaurin. It would be hard to bench him because you drafted him super high. He's probably one of the better players in your team, but the matchup is really bad. He's versing the number 3 ranked against wide receivers Carolina Panthers, who just demolished the Cardinals last week. Yes, the Washington looked really good last week against Tampa Bay, but we think they're going to come down back to earth a little bit this week. We think Heineke's not going to be as good. This Carolina defense is legit. McLaurin has also been super inconsistent this year, either having games over 20 points or under 10 points. Doesn't really have the middle ground. We think it's going to be one of the lower scoring games for him this week. We would consider benching him if you have a good backup on your team.
Our third player you might want to consider sitting is D.J Moore. The main problem with D.J Moore is that Cam Newton's coming in at quarterback, and he has not proven to be an elite passer in a long time. On the New England Patriots, he was almost a clear running quarterback, or at least one of the heavy running quarterbacks. Does not throw a ton of yards. D.J Moore the last 6 weeks has only averaged around 9.4 fantasy points, which is really low. I think Cam Newton's not going to help this passing offense. Cam might have a good fantasy game, but I do not think DJ Moore is going to have one. Some people might say the Panthers are versing a really bad defense in Washington, and yes, they have proven to be bad this year, but just last week against Tom Brady, they only let up 200 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and they got 2 interceptions, so I do not think this defense is as bad as the numbers show. So if you could, I would consider sitting DJ Moore.
And the fourth guy we would say to consider benching this week is Zack Moss. We hate the matchup against the number 2 ranked Colts. Terrible matchup. Plus, the Colts have been way worse against the pass. Bills are much more of a passing team. We think Josh Allen's going to have a good game, not the running backs. Plus, last week he played under 50% of the snaps. Breida played a lot. Singletary played a lot. He played a bit under 50%. In a way, it's a 3-way split. Of course, he's at the top. Terrible matchup. 3-way split in Buffalo. We would bench Zack Moss this week.
And boys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you comment this keyword right here, we'll like and reply to your comment. Also, boys, make sure you subscribe because next week and every week we're coming up with starts and sets to help you guys win your fantasy matchups. And I hope you guys win this week. Thanks for watching.